This slide asks you to solve a variety of equations. So we've got our equation over here, and I've already drawn a line through the equal sign because I know that when I solve an equation, I want to get the variable by itself, and I want to be able to move things back and forth across the equal sign. So to get d by itself, I'm going to need to get rid of the -1 here that's here and the -4. I'm doing reverse PEMDAS, so I get rid of the adding and subtracting first. To get rid of a -4, I'm going to add 4 to both sides. This says -4 plus 3, which is equal to +1. Those 4's are eliminated, however, I still have -1d. To get d by itself, I need to divide both sides by -1. A positive divided by a negative, I know, is equal to a negative. So that answer there is going to be a -1. The next question says -4m plus 5 equals 16. To solve this, I need to get m by itself. That means I need to eliminate the -4 that's being multiplied and the +5. The +5 is being added, so I'm going to get rid of that first, and I'm going to subtract. 16 minus 5 is equal to 11. This says -4m is what's left here. To get rid of the -4, I don't add. I need to divide because these are being multiplied. To divide both sides by -4, those cancel, and m is equal to 11 over -4. Now that looks really ugly. If you want to use a calculator, you can. 11 divided by -4, you can get a decimal, or you can just type in 11 over -4. Make sure you catch the negative there. Now, the next question looks a little bit weird. So I want to just take a minute and think about how we can get rid of some of the ugliness. 10b plus parenthesis -15 equals -23. So remember, when you're solving an equation, your goal is to get the variable by itself. So that means I need to get rid of the 10, and I'm going to need to get rid of this -15. So don't worry so much about what this says. How do you get rid of each of these individual terms? Okay, I know adding a negative is the exact same thing as subtracting. So I could rewrite this problem and say this is 10b minus 15 equals -23. That looks a lot more normal. Okay, I think that's a good strategy for us to watch what's happening here. To get rid of the -15, we're going to add 15 to both sides. -23 plus 15 is equal to -8, because remember, those are different signs, so I'm subtracting. This now says 10b equals -8. I'm going to divide both sides by 10, and b is equal to -8 over 10, or -0.8 if you divide that. And lastly, this question here, I'm going to go ahead and do that on this side here. -8 parenthesis y minus 1.25 equals 4. So to solve that, I need to distribute. So -8 times y is -8y. -8 times -1.25, I don't know what that is, so I'm going to multiply it. -8 times, make sure you catch it, this is a -1.25. 1.25 is equal to 10, and it's a positive, so I'm going to put plus 10 equals 4. Now this should look just like an equation kind of like that. So draw our line. We're going to subtract 10 from both sides. 4 minus 10 is equal to 6, and it's negative. This still says -8y. To divide both sides, to get y by itself, I need to divide by the -8. Those cancel. So we're left with y is equal to -6 divided by -8. I know those two negatives will cancel, so I could have 6 over 8. I could reduce that to 3 over 4, or I could use my calculator and get 0.75. Okay, I would take -6 over -8. I get 0.75 as my answers.